You guys ever wanted to know how this channel started? Well, I'm going to talk to you about it today. Let's get this started. You may be wondering why it's a black screen, but this is because I had to cut out the first clip of the video, and I didn't feel like re-recording it, so you're getting this. Today we're going to be talking about how my entire Beyblade journey started from the beginning to the end, so let's just get into it right now. So this story started when I was in elementary school, and judging by my age, some people would think I started with Burst, but no! I started liking Beyblade from Metal Fight, actually. Actually, this is my first exposure to Beyblade. Metal Fight, specifically El Drago. But not this El Drago, the regular Medio El Drago. So, this El Drago is one of my favorite El Dragos to actually play around with, since it was, blue. I like blue things. You should probably know, because look at my room. Look at the entirety of this. You can tell me I do not like blue, because I have a darker navy blue thing on the bed. Everything in my room is blue. Especially this Yoshi, Sonic, and anything else that I'm going to show. But anyways, back to the story. I actually got introduced to Beyblade through my uncle actually hand spinning his Medio El Drago. I tried launching at it, and I thought it would lose spin and die, or lose spin and just faint out. But no, it got up. It took the spin, and I was actually quite intrigued by that, because I thought it was just magic at that point. I thought it was actually just magic. I thought it was like some type of spell that the miracle that El Drago was retaining that spin. But no, apparently it was just like it was left spin, and I was using a right spin. Pretty normal stuff that you see in Beyblade X, or Beyblade now actually, because spin equalization is a thing. But I didn't know about spin equalization back then, so this is all new stuff to me. But my first true exposure to getting Beyblade and playing Beyblade was actually this thing. I almost said Victory. Genesis Valtryek from Hasbro. This version's actually not a version that is available for purchase. This is a customized version I made with the black version of black version of Genesis Valtryek and the regular blue version of Genesis Valtryek. The combo isn't really the same, but it does have the same reboot driver. But I got this along with a Kinetic Satsum, which I do still have the stadium in here. Hold on, let me go get that real quick. Alright, so this isn't actually this is the second stadium I got for Beyblade Burst, which is actually the Snakebit Stadium. The Snakebit Stadium, if you guys see my Burst videos, this is actually the main stadium I use if I want to make Burst content. Burst content isn't really that of use to me anymore, simply because I try to make Burst content, but it doesn't really take off as much as my X content, which is why I do more X stuff rather than using the Burst stuff that I have, which I bought around the end of the generation, so yeah, that's probably why. Now let me get the first stadium that I actually got. And this is the first stadium that I've actually got. This is where that blue Genesis Valtryek comes from. This was my first ever stadium that I got as a child, and yeah, I had a lot of fun memories of that. Battling in that stadium was honestly the best thing I could ever do, and it was just so fun. But then I lost interest, and for the next couple years, I didn't really have much of interest in Beyblade. But it wasn't until 2022 and 2023 that I finally got back into Beyblade due to my brother watching Beyblade Burst Surge and Beyblade Burst Rise, that he got one of his first Beyblades again, and this wasn't his first. It was actually a fake Astral Spriggan, which was shown in my showing all my fakes video. But this is his first official Beyblade after getting back into the generation. Guilty Longinus, which it's an awesome first pick because of how strong it is. At a tournament, Guilty Longinus was actually a Beyblade that cut my finger, so I will go into that in a future video. But besides that, this was my brother's first like actual Takara Beyblade. I just had to stick with my with the fake Cyclone Bellio from the fake Spriggan set, because it did come with Cyclone Bellio. But as time went on, we just kept playing Beyblade, but then he got out of Beyblade, and I was still into Beyblade, so for my birthday, I got my first Beyblade X Bays, which I'll put the first ones back. This was my first X Beyblade. Picture this, everyone's first X Beyblade. But I got this in September of 2023. September 2023 was my favorite year because I got my first X stuff. And honestly, it was just history from there. I just got more Beyblade stuff, just got more into the generation, got more into the rules, and I started attending tournaments like around like 2024, I think. Like either 2024, actually no, it was like January 2023, I think. I don't know. I genuinely don't know when I started attending tournaments, but I started going to like the tournaments that were hosted by the Nightwing Beyblade Reverse, which was honestly the most fun time that I've had when I was playing Beyblade, since I was always just playing by myself before. But after playing with like a lot of people in the tournament style stuff, I can confidently say that tournaments are obviously the most fun thing to do as a Beyblader. So I mean, if you want to, you can sign up for WBO, which you can actually see a lot of tournaments there that are in your area. But as of recent, I haven't been attending tournaments, but I really do want to get back into the tournament game. Actually, I did attend a tournament a couple weeks ago, so yeah. And then finally cuts to August of 2024, when this channel was created. This channel was just made originally for a commentary channel, because I was already going to talk about a lot of stuff that I was making, that I liked. But then I made the Bird X Multi video, which is the first video that you see on my channel, which completely took off, and I was like, why not I reband to a Beyblade channel and actually talk about some Beyblade topics, more discussion type stuff. So then I did that. I started talking about Beyblade ships that worked and didn't work. But I feel like the only ship videos that would have really only took off had I continued doing it would be the Bird X Multi videos. But I didn't want to milk Bird X Multi for what it was and for what it did for the community. But Bird X Multi really showed that I could make a community out of the stuff that I make, out of the silly little personality that I did. So I started doing more battle videos, and I started incorporating some some of the actual Beyblade stuff instead of just having those Beyblades sit in like a box or something. So, and that's how I actually started making the battle type content that I did. And as you can see, the Beyblade battle content and the discussion type content is it's not as equal as it used to be. Like I used to make more talking videos then and then a couple live videos and then a discussion video. But now it's just mostly battle videos, because I don't really have time to record voiceover stuff, and don't really have time to edit the more intricate stuff that I do with the battle videos. Not to say that I don't like making the discussion videos. The discussion videos are my favorite type of videos to make, and they get me the most views, and they get pushed out of a lot more people. So yeah, and I've met a lot of people while being in this community. Like my friend Canada's Customs, which I actually got some of the stuff from his bit library to actually make the Destroy Point and the Destroy Flat video that I made. So I have met a lot of people in the community, and honestly, this community is honestly just the best community I've ever been in. And not to mention the community my own community that I've built throughout the entirety of making this channel. Like 6 months, it's probably like 5 or 6 months that I first made my first initial Bird X Multi video, just out of a whim, thinking that it would probably just, flop like every other video that I made on any other topic. But it took off, surprisingly, and I was like, wow. So, yeah, I may have been just reading myself, but really, thank you guys for making this community, and thank you guys for actually tuning in every time that I make a video, or any time that I make a video, you guys tune in. It's just, I love the community that I made. I didn't expect to make a community at all, actually, so I'm really grateful for you guys. I don't know why I did that laugh at the end, but that's just my Beyblade story from the start to the end. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, cause yeah, I had fun talking about this, and I really just wanted to talk about my Beyblade story since I never really touched upon like every detail that happened that got me here today. It got me here to talking to you guys and making this entire community flourish as much as it does. So anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Till the next time, goodbye, folks.